Okay, we are starting. So, hello Gigabyte and CIT. Woo! Thank you, thank you. So, when someone is talking, you're not supposed to talk with him. Thank you. So, shh. If you just enter, please quiet. So, if you don't know me, I'm Tal, I'm the workshop coordinator. And I don't know, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what you are doing here. So, this is the Think Big workshop presentation. Yeah, thank you, amazing. So, you have here five boys. 5 boys from your unit that are doing this workshop, participating in this workshop from the start of the session, and they're working basically on develop an idea, okay, entrepreneurship. Not a spectacle. They're working on the idea of developing a project and an idea from thinking from scratch, from nothing, from the plumber and the idea, and this come until here after they research and talk and everything to do an amazing presentation about their product. And I'm going, Yaniv, okay, he's here, we're going to talk. Yes, thank you. So Yaniv, this is Yaniv. Yaniv lead them for these 2 weeks. It's going to be a competition, there is 2 groups. And I want to introduce the judges for this competition. So, we have Dotan Tamir. Dotan, say hello. Everyone know Dotan? Yes. You don't know Dotan? Okay, so Dotan. And we have you also, Jonathan Cohen. Jonathan. So, wait, Jonathan, come. I want Jonathan will introduce himself, what he's doing in his life. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I am chairman of Spirit Foundation. What we do, we are develop entrepreneurship among teenagers, among all Israel. And I speak about a little bit about my history. I started programmer at when I was 12. And after 5 years, I established my first startup. So now that's what we do. And so good luck. Thank you.
After this, you can search in the web. Okay, I will say this in Hebrew. עמותת חוד החנית. נכון יונתן? In Hebrew, you can check. I just want to say there is a campus that did it last year, so raise your hand. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Yes, Joel won last year. Woo! And also Jonathan, נכון? Also Jonathan. Nice. So we're going to start. Basically, it's going to be like this. Each group have 10 minutes for showing, and then 10 minutes for your questions. And then questions from the judges. That's it, and
Hi, so it was a pleasure in the past 2 weeks to work with the 2 of the tremendous teams that I had. Actually, I had only 2, but they're good. Anyone who knows me before, I lost my hair since, so I give them everything. And they are about to show you amazing ideas and stuff they did in between those 2 weeks. Please accept Sue.
So our app is called Sue, and it's the virtual best friend in the kitchen. So let's see what it is.
What's your name? Where are you from?
So I'm Shami. I live in Israel in Hashmonaim.
I'm Judah. I also live in Hashmonaim.
So why don't we make the app? Well, we wanted to make cooking an easier experience with our with a virtual assistant. And that's what we believe that this app will improve the cooking experience. So what's the problem? Why do we need to? Recipes are too general. You buy a recipe, you buy a cookbook, everyone buys the same cookbook, it's the same recipe. What if I have a medical condition? What if I have a diet condition? What if I have a diet, right? I want less sugar, I want more sugar, I want whole wheat flour. Every recipe has the same thing, and people need the stats to change, and that's why we made this app. Also, what if there's something I don't know, like an ingredient, I don't know what it is, I don't know where to buy it. We wanted to solve those problems in our app.
Sue is a virtual assistant that basically helps you do what you have to do in the kitchen. And it helps you in many different ways, such as you can input preferences and stuff like that to make sure that you get what you want out of it. As opposed to finding a recipe online and having to either try and alter it yourself or just do it and end up not liking it. Alright, so Sue can basically, it has a lot of features, and basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to search the web for different recipes that you may want, right? And it also allows you to cook step by step, so you don't get lost in what you're doing.
So we packed Sue with a lot of features, and we're going to name some of them here. The first is voice control. Now when you're cooking, your hands are dirty. Let's say you're baking a cake, your hands are sticky or dirty. You don't want to have to touch your device to go to the next step. That's why we made Sue completely voice control. So all you have to do is say, next, you're always listening, and she'll go to the next step. A huge problem I found in cooking is the shopping. I got to get the ingredients, I got to get the recipes, see where to buy the ingredients, then buy them. It takes a lot of time. We wanted to make that more simple, and that's why you can buy all the ingredients in the app. Another feature is safety. We have a lot of safety features like videos to show you how to cut and peel, and if you hurt yourself, then she'll alert the authorities, and you'll be okay.
And also, basically for safety, it also puts a lot of the most dangerous stuff at the beginning of the instructions, like, I don't know, peeling or something like that, or cutting, when you're most focused, so you don't have to worry about, like, I don't know, get distracted and a lot more easily later on when you're cooking and stuff, so you don't end up cutting yourself, and they put it ahead when you're most focused.
Sue also connects to all your social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're using these days, so you can share your recipe and your achievements with your friends, and also follow chefs. So let's say I like Gordon Ramsay, I can, or Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay can share his recipe, I can insert it in the app and start cooking right away. It has an in-app browser, so you can search recipes on the app. It has information, so I can find out, I click on a food, I can find out where it's from, what it tastes like, where to buy it. And it has a very easy to use user interface. It's sleek, it's really nice, and so it's easy to use. Those are some of the features. So let's see how the app works with the demo we made. So first you're going to tell Sue a little bit about you so she knows what to do with you. So first of all, your gender, your age, kind of the foods you like. So if you like Italian, if you like Mediterranean, whatever kind of food you like, she knows. And then some stats like your weight, your height, your birthday. Allergies are very important, so she knows to instruct you not, if it has nuts in it, you're allergic to nuts, not to eat that. Some of your favorite foods, and medical conditions, diabetes, or whatever you have. And obviously, all this information is very private, very important, and it's all secure in the app. We're not going to sell it to any company, nothing like that. This is what we call the user dashboard. This is what you come into when you go in the app. So here we have some basic things that most recipes have: sugar, flour, and you have a slider, so you can slide if you want a lot or a little of that, and she'll implement that in the recipes. As we can see here with gluten and nuts, the slider is in the beginning. So we infer by that this guy's allergic to gluten and nuts, and he doesn't want any gluten and nuts in his food. And if you're vegan or if you're vegetarian, then you can obviously put meat. You can have meat, but you can put meat in the beginning, and she'll listen. And then she'll know not to put that.
Another thing about this app is that you could search in the browser from the app. You don't have to go out of the app to find something online, and you can just add it straight to your recipe book. And also, you could just simply type up your own recipe. Another thing here is, let's say you search up a recipe online. We're going to try and work it into some websites where you could just click a button that says Add to Sue. And basically what that does is it just puts that recipe right into Sue, and it puts it in the format that Sue puts it in by separating the materials that you need and ingredients, and it also transfers it into your preferences, such as like if you don't want any gluten in it, how to get around that, or no nuts.
So we're going to add this recipe into the app, and it goes like this. So now we're in the app.
Okay, so now it's formatted into the app, and like I said, you have the ingredients over there, you have the materials over there, and as you can see on the side, you have many things that I guess describe what you're eating, right? So it says that this is not suitable for vegans because it has eggs, right? Yeah, it has eggs, and it's approved for vegans because
Vegetarian.
yeah, I guess. And also, it says that it's kosher. So if you have certain dietary requirements that don't necessarily have to be lactose intolerant, it could also be like religious purposes. Oh, sorry. It could also be for religious purposes like kashrut.
So this is a really cool feature in the app we call Buy Ingredients. So we have our recipe, and now we want to buy it. So the app locates the nearest supermarket and the prices. In this case, is in Israel. If you're not from Israel, this is a supermarket called Rami Levy. It knows that Rami Levy has in stock all the ingredients that we need, and we can easily buy it. If we don't want to use Rami Levy, we can switch between other local supermarkets, and we can also check out if we already have one of these ingredients, we don't want to buy it, and obviously it accepts credit card and cash. If we already have our ingredients, we can go right into cooking mode and start cooking instead of buying them. So now we're in cooking mode, we have our ingredients, and this is voice activated, so you just tell Sue to begin either begin checklist or to skip. So if we begin checklist, she'll go through every ingredient and make sure you have everything and you're ready to go.
Also, this app is completely hands-free, so if you don't want to get the screen dirty or anything when you're cooking like that. So it's, we found that it was very important to make sure that it was voice activated.
Okay, so this is a very important part. She basically allows you how to modify it according to you. She knows I don't want a lot of sugar. She offers to put less sugar in. Use whole wheat flour, egg whites, and obviously if you have allergies, she'll say don't include nuts, and you can swap them out for something else. We'll have 2 buttons to customize or not customize, and so on. You can customize your recipe. And that's the demo, and now you have your ingredients. You have healthy tips to modify it for you, and she's ready to begin cooking step by step with you.
This is our competitor app, and basically it does a lot of the same things that our app does, but we added more features and a lot more unique things to our app, and I think that we're going to do very, very well with these added details, such as the dietary requirements and the preferences and all that fun stuff.
So how are you going to make money? So our business model, we basically have 3 main revenue streams. The first one is third-party product placement. We can have companies advertise their products in pictures and information. Our second is nearby store purchase options. So basically, we saw Rami Levy. We're not doing Rami Levy a favor by having them in our app. They're paying us to have them in the app, and so you can buy their ingredients. And the last, we're thinking of doing a pro version with more features. That will probably cost around $2. And yeah, so that's how we're going to make money with the app.
Target market are people who have, like I say a lot, certain dietary requirements, certain medical conditions that need attention, right? And also people who just need instructions, people who just need to know how to cook, or people that have a lot of difficulty with it. The team consists of Shami, me, and of course the developers, marketing experts, and nutritionists to make sure that everything is done properly.
This is our roadmap. It's kind of hard to see. We apologize. We just made it today in Paint. So we're going to go through with you. First, we have MVP, which that means we're doing surveys with the people to see what features they like, what features they don't like, and we're going to we're going to change our app based on the public desire. Yeah. So then we're going to do design. We're going to develop it. We're going to actually make the app, which is pretty important. Then we're going to have our beta testing, make sure the app works, make sure it's ready for launch. Then we're going to have our launch, and then obviously we're going to update it, make it better over time, and that's the nearby.
Also, the MVP is going to go through the time of designing the app to make sure that we get the best possible outcome of this app.
And that's Sue. Thank you, guys. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to take them now.
Thank you, Shami. What do you say? Aren't they great? Okay, questions? Do we need it? Do I need it? Do I need it? Yes. Ah, okay. Yes, please.
What does Sue stand for? So we had a step in the demo that showed two options. Either you can write your own recipe or scan your cookbook, or you can search the in-app browser and find recipes and just convert them to the app.
There's also another way that we're going to work out, is that if somebody wants to text you, if you want to get a recipe from a friend, basically you type in a certain code into the text before you write the recipe, and the app will read that, and it'll get saved into your recipe book.
But in the browser, if you want to look for recipe browser, where's the app making recipes?
So, right. So we want to make it that every website can have. So you can have an option. Every website with recipes. There'll be an option on top. Just add to Sue. We're not going to actually select every website that we want.
We're just going to do the most common, most popular websites.
How do you guys plan on raising the money for funding the app?
So that was one of our slides that we had to take out for time. But we're going to try to put it on Kickstarter and raise some money there. The projection's around 400K to,
Dave?
You talked about voice control. What if I have an accent?
Do you have an accent? Well, I mean,
Drop it.
either drop it. We hope to have this app in many languages eventually. But, you know, with Siri, for example, she's able to recognize your accent. So we're going to try to make it like that. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible.
Anyone else? Yep.
Are you actually going to make this app? No. Okay. Yeah. Of course. We're gonna try to and see if people like it. Yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you do add a competitor, but keeping them safe from adding the features that you guys are adding, but taking that from the guys and taking the team together 100 programs and making an update and getting all your features out in the app.
That's a good question.
We actually looked a lot into our competitor, and we found that there hasn't been an update in 4 years. So we're just assuming that he just dropped it completely.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the app is free. We wanted to make it free because if it's paid, a lot less people download it. And then we're going to have a pro version, which will add more features to the app if you want to have more features. But our plan is to make the app free.
Have you ever started out why people
Sorry?
Have you started out why people get the app?
Because
Search the recipe?
yeah,
Well, that's the whole point, is that the app modifies the recipe and goes with you step by step to make it. We're not offering our own recipes. I don't know how to cook. But we're giving you a service which takes you step by step. It reads the recipe, and then it modifies it for you. So let's say, I know people who don't eat meat, who are vegan, my brother's gluten-free. And it will modify it for, it's customizable, so it'll make it for you. and you have the shopping, which you can buy all your ingredients, and then it goes with you step by step to make sure you know how to make
Also, it gives you a visual aid along the way.
it. Yeah, every step it will show you a video. Let's say you're cutting an onion, it will show you how to cut the onion.
We have two more. One.
Yeah. So like, you know how this app that basically describes whether you want a certain like you want to make something with certain ingredients to make sure it's like gluten free or vegan or vegetarian, whatever it is. Whatever the person has some allergies to. But basically, like, does this app also like modify that when the food is ready, when it comes out to taste more like it's actually all the ingredients it needs?
So that's a good question. We want to make it that you can basically swap out the ingredients that you don't want to have with ingredients that are close enough to the taste, but still medically or for your diet are suitable. So we don't want to have it coming out disgusting, but people are still. It's not like people with this app are going to start doing this. People are still changing the recipe. We just want to make it easier and have a service for it.
Another
Exactly, yeah, exactly. But it could come out disgusting if you don't eat sugar, if you're a vegan who doesn't eat sugar or doesn't have gluten, it's not gonna come out tasty, but that's what you eat.
Also, you could replace the sugar with sweetener. Like it doesn't have to be sugar. Also, it makes it so that it tastes pretty much the exact same. Like, have you ever had gluten-free chocolate cake? Like something that tastes exactly like chocolate cake, exactly like as if it had gluten, right? So we'd find a way to make that certain component of the thing that you're making gluten-free or without nuts, and just give it the same, I don't know, artificial flavor. Like you can, what I mean is you can use artificial flavoring in order to alter the recipe to make it so that you don't have an allergic reaction, but also get the same taste.
Last question? Yes, please.
Apart from the nutritionist, are you going to get help from a chef or someone who knows how to cook so they actually know which ingredients to
Repeat the question.
So she asked if we're gonna get help from a professional chef to know what ingredients to replace, to substitute instead of the existing ones. That's a good idea, yeah, we're gonna do that. Thank you.
We could, or we could just find it online, because I know there's many places online where you can find stuff.
But a nutritionist should know how they taste. I mean, they're an expert on food, so they probably already know.
Judges.
What was one more question?
Sorry, but are we limited with time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so speak about the business model.
Yeah.
You can go into that? Once again?
Yeah, sure.
You speak about you have like several ways to do money. What's the main?
What's the main way to make money? Now,
The main would be when you're buying the food from the supermarket. There's going to be an online store, right? And basically what our idea is we're going to try and bring more customers to that store, and we're going to advertise for like a certain company, and we'd make a percentage of their profits because of the business that we bring.
And two more questions.
yes.
How was the idea born? Like, how did you think about it?
I thought of the idea actually in camp at the pool. I just thought, I was thinking, what problems, because Yaniv told us just to think throughout the day, what problems do I have? And I was thinking, I was baking a cake a few months ago, and I was like, this is really annoying. It takes me 2 hours to bake a cake. That takes 5 minutes to eat if everyone's eating it. That shouldn't be like that. We wanted to make an app that makes it easier to cook, and I just thought of it at the pool, yeah.
So you are, but you said the app is focused on people who have food limitations. So first of all, I'm adding to Yoni's question, why did you think about that specific thing? And also, if your main business model is the shops, then why do you go to the big shops? Your audience is actually looking for some very specific things, some very specific food replacement that may not even exist in the big shop. They only exist in the like nature shops or something like that.
Well, first of all, the first question you asked was
how do you come up with the idea of specifically
fermentation?
People with mutation.
As I stated, my brother is celiac, and I can always see how tough it is for my mom to have to find ways to cook for him. It can be really tough sometimes. And also, a lot of my friends have allergies. It's a really existing problem how people have to change. You know, I can't have this because it has nuts in it. Well, what if you can have it? What if you can take the same recipe with your allergies and still be able to eat it? So we think that it's a big enough market to sell. And it's also people who don't know how to cook. That's one of the things in the market, people who don't know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, the app still goes with you step by step to teach you how to cook. And also vegans and vegetarians, and I think it's a lot of people.
And about the shops?
About the shops? So it's mainly just to, let's say you don't have bananas, you don't have sugar. It's not really for because we're not really substituting, let's say we're substituting flour, for example, for the guy celiac. We're not substituting with this random, I don't know, leaf starch, I don't know, whatever. We're substituting with potato starch or something that you can replace with the flour that all the big stores have. And the main reason for the buying ingredients is that you can have a convenient way to just buy it. It's not really to find places. That's not what we need it for. It's not to find places that have it. It's just to find the nearest place and buy it.
Also, we can definitely add those places later. We're just looking to make money in the beginning.
And one last question from you. So you're talking about the fact that the app will be smart enough to take a normal recipe and twist it a little bit so it will match the limitation. On what kind of knowledge the app builds on? Because when you take a normal recipe and just change something, it doesn't mean that the recipe will be good. It doesn't mean that the cake will be fine if you change something. It's like science. Cooking is like science.
Well,
so how do you, where is the knowledge, or what kind of knowledge are you basing this algorithm that is changing the recipe?
Oh, really, the internet. There's a lot of stuff out there that on the web that you can find that can actually substitute things pretty well. I mean, his mom, she makes the best gluten-free chocolate cake, and you cannot tell a difference at all. And the whole idea is the internet's going to find the best rated sources for things like that.
Also, we're hiring a nutritionist, and she comes with a lot of knowledge, or he comes with a lot of knowledge to tell us what to substitute for when and how. So that way we don't want it to come out disgusting or not cooked. And if there's no way to substitute it, the app will know, and it will tell you, sorry, there's no way to substitute this ingredient.
Can you ask your mom to bring the chocolate cake over?
I will, yeah, she will come.
One question.
Yeah.
How do you save on your company? Because when you work with food, that you have a limitation to it. So if you do mistakes, when you recommend on this specific food, and in the end you see that you have a food that the man that the athlete is allergic to it, so it's getting not in your door, and so how do you save on you?
I don't understand the question.
How do you take responsibility?
Oh.
How do you take responsibility for cooking, including the ingredients for people with sweet?
Well, first of all, we're not taking any reliability. If someone downloads our app, it's for them, not for us. They're getting it because they want to cook better, and if they do something wrong, it's on them. We're not responsible for any of the accidents, but we are going to have, we're going to say in big letters, this contains nuts, and press here if they want to take out the nuts, and they should do that if they want to stay alive.
David, and I'm Russian. Open it? Okay, wait. So my name is David. I'm from Russia. I study in England and I live in Monaco. Then.
Presentation now. Show me like now, please.
Okay. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? Tell us.
Hello, I'm Dean. I'm from Israel. I live in Ishmael.
Let's give it up for Dean.
Hello, I'm Greg. I'm from Moscow.
So, let's start out this.
Today, we have a very special product. It's very special.
Our vision. We believe that you should be able to quickly cool your drinks wherever you are. I don't know about you, but I think it's quite annoying that there's no such invention that you can cool your drinks outside. There are only fridges, so you can cool your drinks inside, and outside there's absolutely nothing. So we came up with this vision when me and my friend Tino were here. We were at the beach on a trip to Tel Aviv, and we had some Coca-Colas, or drinks, and we took a sip, and it was disgusting because it was too warm. And so we thought about how we can make this world a better place by cooling your drinks.
Don't you find it strange how man discovered flight and traveled to the moon, but didn't yet create a way to cool your drinks whenever you are with a simple and light object? You can see here little comics, not actual comic things, so does bottle openers, but that's the first product that actually makes it all together. There are many things to cool cans. You can use fridges that are big, but you can get them outside. They're stuck at home and they're big. You can use bags for it, or even that little fridge as that Coca-Cola provides. But Coolio is the first product to keep your drinks cool everywhere. If whether you're hiking or traveling the desert, it would help you.
Thank you. That's the end, boys.
Thank you.
So, would anyone would like to answer questions? Yes, first one. Let's go with the lady over here. Go ahead. So, to make it, it will cost 50 shekels, and to sell it, that was your second question, it will sell for 99 shekels.
That's the estimated costs, but it can change. 5 shekels here and there.
Question over there, lady. So, sorry if my partner forgot to mention, it comes with a lid. Once you take out the freezer, you put the lid back on, and so it will stay cold for how long you want. When you take the lid off and then put the drinks in, it will cool instantly. It would stay cool for 30 minutes, and you can maximum put 3 drinks in. Does that make sense? Yes. Yes, exactly. For one drink, it lasts 30 minutes. If you put multiple drinks, it will last less. But you can maximum put 3 drinks. Thank you. You. Sir? Oh my god, I didn't mean it can hold 3 cans. I mean you take one out and you put
it
another
holds
one
at a time, not 3 at once.
Yes. No, it's an average. It's for average size cans and average size bottles. If it's a really messed up can, you can't put it in. Yes. Sorry? No, sorry, we won't do that, and that's because we might have a second product for heating, but it will be way too complicated and harder to design. It will take much more time to put a heater in. So, yeah, it's only going to be for cooling drinks. Thank you. Sorry? Well, we'll think about what you just said, and we'll improve it. Thank you. That guy?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry. Hello.
How do you know that you put it in for 4 hours and it'll take over 30 minutes? Where do you get that?
Five different websites said the exact same thing. And we'll, of course, I show you the roadmap during our development. We will, of course, test if this is right. Thank you very much for your question.
Soapstone is basically something that is already used to cool drinks. So we took the researches and then upgraded it.
Thank you.
Based on the results.
Thank you. David?
Yeah, about
Sorry, again, you can speak a bit louder.
about the partnership, right?
Yes.
You put Walmart, okay? For example, Walmart.
Yeah. Walmart?
Yeah. What's their interest to make their drinks cooler?
No, it's not about Walmart buying them to make their drinks cool. It's about selling them so more people come to their store, so it's better for them.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, over there?
What about structural integrity of the product? Over time, do you expect the materials to degrade after being in materials for so long?
Yes, we estimated that it will last you 6.2 years. Thank you.
That's enough.
Over there? Sorry, can you speak a little?
If my tent is open and I want to go to change places and I want to carry it in my bag, how can I?
Why would you carry an open can in your bag?
If I don't
But how?
Then you can't carry it.
It would spit.
Yeah, you. No, please save your question for later. Sir? We did 4 days of 5 hours each day research, so that's very long. And we don't need it all now, it's just the idea. In the development stage, we'll actually test it and maybe change some stuff. No, we based our research off of websites, not other competitors. Last question, please. So we have 3 questions. Yes. Sorry? What's the weight? The weight is, Dino's the weight. What's the weight?
Actually, Gregory knows the way.
We didn't research the weight yet, but we'll research it in like 5 minutes.
About 175.
Sorry?
0.175 kilograms.
You heard it, 0.135 kilograms.
That's very light.
Let's give it up, boys! So we have the questions from the judge. We love you. We love judges.
Yes, we do.
Yes, it's true.
How about you? It's really cool your idea.
Thank you.
Now, let's say I like this idea, and I'm going to make it myself instead of you. Are you going to have any kind of patent on this, or basically, if I can do it in half a year instead of a year?
Yes,
it's going to be like I'm going to beat you. I'm going to speak to one more.
The thing is, it was never created before, because if it was, we would have known to do a lot of research. But yes, we will patent this idea about this whole structure, because this is research, the best structure, and maybe the only structure to make this work, and we will patent this structure.
When? You didn't see it in the...
When?
In the end of the development, basically.
In the very end of the development, during the pilot. So in the pilot, when it starts working, then we're able to patent it.
So you want to have an actual product.
You have a very little amount.
You won't get to see it before.
Okay, and my second question is, let's say I'm Walmart, and you come to me now, and I tell you, listen, it's really cool, but I want it to be only by Walmart. I don't want you to sell to anybody else. I'm going to pay you now for 10,000 units, but this is going to be only on Walmart. So you can't sell it anywhere else, and we're going to sell. I'm going to buy 10,000 units right now.
This is Walmart that said this to us, if they say this to us, yeah?
Yeah, what do you
we will calculate the amount of money we will get. So, if for example Walmart will pay us this amount of money, we will of course say, hold on your idea, look at other companies that we can sell to, and calculate if the other companies say yes, and say 5 other companies say yes, and see from where we make more money, because this whole idea is about making money, of course.
It depends on money, of course, but yeah, we won't sell it to a little company that only has one shop, like, I don't know, in the US, but one shop. So we basically make a balance about money and locations of the shops, of the store itself.
Competition? You have something to...
We do. We have one competition.
We have a general competition by fridges, but we don't have an actual competition by little coolers like that. That's the first product that was made of that kind.
Correct. This is the only product that was made, as you can see, outside, cooling your drinks like this. So our competition is extremely low to the point of 0. So yeah, our competition market is 0, and it will sell greatly.
Okay. And the main point, what do you need to continue the next level? And what is the next
Resources.
Do you want to see the? Do you mean about the roadmap? The next level from here. Okay, 1 second, please.
Back to me.
Exactly what do you need.
So after the idea, as you can see in August, we'll be developing the prototype, if that answers your question. And then it goes on.
What do you need to do it?
Oh, we will need to buy the product, so the aluminium, the styrofoam, the silicon, and actually we will hire people, of course, scientists, if you will, or people like that, engineers, to actually create this product, make it work.
To make it the best as possible.
We'll hire workers to create the prototype. You're very welcome. Give it up.
Thank you, Julio. Guys, I just wanted to say how proud I am with you. Both teams did such a great success during the 2 weeks. So you really deserve this applause. Thank you so much.
So the judges is going to decide like about what? Yeah. Okay. I just want for this time I wanted to CAT that will tell you. I don't know, Giga, you know about the CAT program. I want you to like a little bit explain about what is CAT. CAT, raise your hand. CAT, come on, who come? Who is coming? Wait, where is? I will choose. Wait. הדסי, come. אני לא זוכרת את השם שלך, נו. בואי כבר, נו. בואי. איזה עד? בואי. טוב, 2 מספיק, נכון? את יכולה לא שווה. את רוצה גם? אוקיי. That's it. מה? הנה, בסדר, הנה. It was randomly. Okay, listen, you're going to explain now what is the CAT, for maybe Gigas want to be a maybe CAT, then Jonathan next year, maybe next session, whatever. So explain a little bit what we're doing at CAT, what is to be CAT, how is to be CAT.
So basically, you all know what CAT is, like counseling training. It's really simple. Basically, the CAT program, we have one workshop. It is like the CAT workshop. We all meet together and learning about leadership, about how to be a counselor, and what to do, what not to do, about camp rules, why do we need them.
In our workshop, we learn how to be a counselor. We really learn the basics we have to be respectful, we have to lead by example, a lot of things like that which will help us in our life, more in our life too.
We also get a chance to like have some like examples of what it could be to be a counselor, like with Maccabia and some other activities we do in our workshop that are like a way to kind of practice being a counselor without the consequences if you screw up.
Thank you.
Being in CIT, we are all together, we are like a team, we are like a small family. It's like being at home, but just here in Israel. And you can all listen to us and hear us cheer all day long, having we lost our voice at the end of the week, you can hear it.
Basically, the CITs are returning gigas. You have to be a giga before you come in to be a CIT. So we all really want to be a CIT and really want to be a counselor. And we are like learning if you want to be a counselor in these 2 weeks, because it's really hard job. Just for you to know, respect your counselors. It's hard. So it's really, everyone wants to be in this program. It's not just, I'm not just a camper, you're a CIT, you have different roles, different responsibilities.
Also, because we're going to be counselors, we get a lot of extra freedom because like we're supposed to be responsible, we're supposed to be in charge, so like, they also trust us.
But it also means that our rules is like
also
strict.
that means, yeah, you can't screw up.
Yeah.
Any questions? Yeah. Plus unplugged.
Yeah. Like just like one workshop that you're signing up to in your reply. 1 second. You just write in the first option CIT and then 3 more. Not all of us.
We're now able to become JCs. You need to be a CIT before you become a JC.
Also, I think in these 2 weeks it's less clarified to us what is
whether or not you really want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. There is like a few CITs that I think right now don't want to be a counselor, and there is ones that really want to be a counselor right now because it's a really hard job and it's just clarified to us what we want. I want to be a counselor.
I do too.
This week made us realize that we have to be tough to be a counselor, and if you really don't want to be a counselor, don't do it. Because it's hard,
not easy.
it's really hard.
We're not even counselors, and it's not easy.
Woo! Thank you!
So I really miss to be CIT coordinator, and I really miss to be also team building coordinator. Okay, whatever. What? Okay. I just want to let you know that if you saw what they did today, so basically it was only 8 meters of workshop, like basically 24 hours and that's it, and they did all this, and I want a lot of claps for the Amazing 5 and the 2 groups. They did an amazing job. And now our judges will, yes, will talk.
Thank you, Tal. Thank you very much, Tal. Tal led this workshop for the past 2 years. We've done 6 workshops like this already. And thank you very much to Yaniv. Where is he? Thanks. For coming here every day and working with you, and the results are amazing and really inspiring. I just want to say a few words before, and then we will speak about the competitors here, about the projects here. So, you know, when you when you work 3 hours a day on something that you have no idea at the beginning what is going to be, it gives you a lot of tools and skills for the future, and I recommend everybody here that still didn't do the entrepreneurship workshop or an entrepreneurship program anywhere to go and practice some entrepreneurship. It's a lot of fun. It gives you ideas and thoughts that will stay with you forever, and this is just the beginning. I don't know if we will have Julio. I hope we will have Julio in April, and I don't know if we'll have Sue, but I also hope we'll have it. But even if you won't have it, you will have something else. We'll speak about Sue, and I will speak about Julio, and then we'll see who's the winner.
Okay, so Sue, it was very inspired to see you talk and pass the president, the PPT, and when I see you speak, I remember when I was a little bit and we got that something, and I see you and I know that in the future, I'm sure that you get far, very far and high. Because I work with a lot of teenagers all Israel, and I get inspired, and I get inspired also from you. So thank you.
Julio team, I really enjoyed your presentation. It was funny, it was fun, and I was waiting to see the next slide. And the idea itself, the fact that you researched about it, the fact that you learned so much and you got to understanding the materials and planning and doing the 3D sample of it, it shows that you're really into it, that you really believe in it, and I think that is the most important thing, to believe in what you do, because people will tell you all the time that this will not work, you will not sell it, it can't happen, and all the great things started with people saying that. So the fact that you really believe in it, and you said, what's your name? David said. So David said, it will sell a lot, with a lot of confidence, because he believes in it. So that's the best ingredient. You can change that ingredient. The best ingredient for a successful future of the product. We did not agree on the winner. Both of us gave points, higher points to a different, and I won't tell you who gave to which, but both of us gave higher points to a different one. But at the end, there is a winner. And it was very close. Matter of points. Drum roll. After I announce. It was a matter of a few points. And again, we did not agree. But still, the winner is Julio. Come here. Guys, give a big round of applause for Julio. And on the second place, really close, and also one of the judges. Sue, come here too. Because it was so close, and because you are both deserve a lot of credit, and you have a great future, we're going to give the prize for both of you. And it's just a symbolic prize. It's not worth a lot of money, but it's something that will unite you together to continue working on it. We are going to register tomorrow a domain name on the internet, like a web address with your brand. It might be Julio.com if it's open, or maybe Julio.me or something like that. You choose. Just search the internet tomorrow morning, and Sue also. Search the internet for the domain that you want, and you'll come to me, and you come to Tal, and we'll register it with all your details and address and everything. It will be written registered by the whole group, the whole team, So you can keep working on it, it will be yours, and hopefully it will be selling the product sometime soon. So, good luck, good job. And together, a picture.